Hey everyone, it's Jessie from Condo to Cottage. So I'm coming to you this week with some sad news. First of all, you see the chickens behind me as a hawk squeaks. The chickens are all cooped up, which if you've watched any of my videos, you know I'm not a fan of cooping my chickens, but it's in their best interest right now. Also, we're staining the deck, so we need them to not poop on our belongings. But so we started the process of staining the deck 2 days ago. My husband did it. I was not involved. And he had to power wash the deck. So he went to go put the girls away. It was probably about lunchtime. And we noticed that one of the, we call them affectionately the COVIDs, because we got them 2 days before quarantine. One of them was missing. So that's not unusual. I mean, we free range our chickens, so they have, the entire yard and across the street and the whole backyard, and they go into our neighbor's property to roam around. So it's not that unusual that one would not be where the others are. Usually that means they've made a nest somewhere and they're laying an egg, or they're just exploring. Some of them actually prefer to be out on their own, doing their own thing. So we were like, okay, well, she'll probably come back around, by evening, because they put themselves to bed. So he put them up, locked the gate, and that night we went to go look around to put them out, to put them in bed, and there was no chicken waiting outside the gate, because that's usually what happens. They'll be pacing outside the gate at dusk. No chicken. So then we're like, uh-oh, but we looked around. I texted my neighbor, she looked around, we didn't see anything. So then came out yesterday, she was not, sorry. Lulu, what are you barking at, girlfriend? She was not out here yesterday morning, and she was not out yesterday last night at all. So what that means is we are one chicken down and that predator season has begun. So if you have chickens, you know that spring and fall are your predator seasons, at least where we live. So, it makes sense. In the spring, they have pups, or I say pups because usually we're dealing with fox, or they have hawks. They have little fledglings they have to feed in the spring, and in the fall they're getting ready to kind of go into more of a time with less food, so they are trying to prepare for that. So spring and fall, definitely the worst times with predators. And I can't remember it starting this early last year. I mean, in order for one of our, as the hawks circle over my head, I don't know if you can see those hawks watching me, and my little white dogs. So I don't know what got our girl here. Honestly, the hawks are too small for one of these big chickens. The COVIDs we had, they're the ones walking behind me. There's two walking behind me, maybe three. They're the large black turquoise-ish iridescent color birds we have. We have 4 of them, and you can see they're pretty big. So we don't think it's a hawk. Usually when you lose a chicken, you usually have evidence of it somewhere, like a big puff of feathers somewhere. And that's usually a sign of a struggle. They drop their feathers, or they get rattled, their feathers get rattled off. I hate even thinking about it. So usually that's what we see. But this time we didn't see anything. I went and looked around the other part of our property, nothing there. So we really have no idea what got our chicken, and it sucks. I hate keeping them cooped up. As soon as I walk over there, they all come over. They want to hang out. They want to come out, and they're healthier when they're out and about. They scratched that entire surface back there, so there's not a lot of grass. So it's not nearly as fun for them back there as it is up here in the main yard. So it sucks. But at this point of the year, I guess this is when we really do have to start watching out. And that was broad daylight. That was like before noon, so when we put them away. So anyway, that is the latest, not so greatest over here. We are, I guess, in full effect predator season and need to start keeping an eye on our ladies again. And it sucks that we lost one of our babies. But you know what? One of so we got these chicks in March. One of them was always a little bit behind. Like, I don't know if you guys remember in videos of us trying to get them back into the coop when they were little baby chicks, because Jimmy raised these girls. So she taught them everything she knows, which is a lot. She's a good mama. One of them was always like slower, was always off on her own, not really with the group. And I think that's probably the one we lost. I wish I knew, because I lost track of which one grew into which one because they all looked identical for so long. And I didn't put tags on them. So, but I think that's probably the one because she just was not as, wise as the other ones. She didn't have the instinct. So she was probably easy pickings. So anyway, all right, you guys, hopefully the next time you see me, it's better news than this. Keep your chickens locked up if you have them. If not, keep your fingers crossed for us that we don't lose any more this year, because we've been going strong. So wish us luck over here. All right, guys, I'll see you soon. Have a great day.